Hey guys, this is Trish, Black Woman Sisterhood. I wanted to say hello to my lovely Sisterhood squad. And guess what, guys? So I am making this video today about Christelyn Karazin, Miss Swirl Queen. I love me some Christelyn Karazin. But guys, I am making this video because well, there's been a lot of haterade going on. A lot of people hating on Christelyn Karazin, and I'm just kind of tired of Black people in general always hating on Christelyn Karazin. And so, this video it's probably going to ruffle a few feathers. Now, first thing I want to address is I'm actually going to stop using my voice changer, and so the reason I use it is because I have a very mellow tone, naturally deep voice, and initially I would use my voice changer because well, it made it easier for people to understand what I was saying, because when my voice is at a higher pitch, you can kind of hear me pronunciate words better. And so I'm just going to address that. So I'm not going to be using it anymore. I am going to be using my natural voice, and hopefully you guys don't mind that. And so, jumping into the subject, so the Swirl Queen, Christelyn Karazin, she has this new fabulous boo, but there's been a lot of chatter in the YouTube streets, a lot of haters, people talking about that she's a failure because her 22-year marriage failed. These are people that maybe have 6 or 7 baby daddies, baby mamas, but all of a sudden they think that they can judge her, and I just think that is bullshit. And guys, I'm just not here for all of the haterade that they've been passing her way. And so let me go ahead and hop into the subject. Now, a little brief history about myself is I've actually been active in the YouTube community for about 10, 11 years now. Keep in mind, when I say active, I mean as far as engaging in comments and subscribing to a lot of Black YouTubers, right? So I'm very new at making content, but I've been here a long time. I've been following a lot of these people for a long time, a lot of originals. I was here back when, the Black Hebrew Israelites came, when the natural hair movement started. And so when all of that stuff got popping, I was definitely here. I think when I first came here, I don't even think Tommy Sotomayor was here. He came like a few years later, but I do remember people like Archduchess, Christelyn Karazin, and stuff like that. Now, I say all of this because I'm trying to get you to understand that back when Christelyn Karazin first branched her her into the YouTube, she actually used to get a lot of unsolicited hatred from Black men, and it was very unwarranted back at the time. And so I say this because a lot of time we see her in drama and we think that it's just that she likes drama, but you guys have to understand the beginning of where all of this started from, because she used to get a lot of hatred from Black men and non-Swirler Black women. Now, this was back before the whole gender war. And so at this time, she wasn't mentioning Black men. She didn't even have anything bad to say about Black men. She was really on here promoting her content, at that time promoting her book, and she was pretty much kind of educating Black women that they had options. And so a lot of the drama you see now was actually originated and started by Black men bullying, harassing her and her family. Now, granted, I am not stating that she's 100% innocent, but what I am saying is I think that it's sad that a lot of Black men and Black women hate on Christelyn Karazin when all she's ever really tried to do was convince Black men and Black women, Black women, to open and expand their options and to get out of this whole scarce mindset, this scarce mammy mindset of one-sided loyalty to Black men, which truthfully lowers our global dating market value, because we have this one-sided loyalty, and it also increases Black men, global dating value. And so This is why a lot of black men started hating on Christelyn Karazin so much, because they knew that once black women started seriously dating out, if that ever really happens, we're doing better now, but we're still not even doing it that much right now. But they knew like if it ever should come a time to where black women would just start dating out in like huge droves, that it would be over for them, and that they will lose pretty much all of the value, the market value that they have in dating. I mean, think about it. How is it that Cynthia G, her whole platform is about roasting black men, going off on them, and anything you can think of in the book, and yet black men rarely make videos on Cynthia G? And if they do, it'd probably be something related to the whole Tariq Nasheed, deal. But before this Brian situation, most black men, they really didn't make that many videos on Cynthia G. But yet, look up Christelyn Karazin's name on YouTube. Pretty much 90% of the diss videos on her are made by black men. And all of this when the reality is she's only telling black women that they can expand their options. She rarely talks about black men. That's the thing. Like she doesn't have a platform to diss black men. And I love me some Cynthia G, but I just think it's crazy. It's like, how can Christelyn Karazin have this platform to where she mentions black men maybe 20% of the time, and yet most black men on YouTube hate her, whereas Cynthia G mentions black men, I would say 95% of the time, and yet most of the black men on here rarely says anything about Cynthia G. And that's because it dawned on me that a lot of black men are obsessed with swirlers. For some weird reason, like they have this very weird fascination with swirlers. Like they don't give any of this energy to all of the black women that's on YouTube that are pro-black, that are just dying for their love and affection. No, they like to center all of their attention on swirlers, and I just think that is just so weird. But I realized it's because of the fear and the unspoken truth that black women are unfortunately the backbone of the community. And unfortunately, that's what genuinely, we're really the backbone of the community, of the black community, and that's a bad thing. But we're the only thing that's really keeping the black community together when you think about it. And black men know this, so they use it to their benefit. So it's like in the black community, we may not be the best of a community right now, but for black men, we've made it a paradise for black men, because we allow them to not have to compete for us when it comes to other races of men, because we have this strict loyalty for them. Like we get offended when non-black men even try to talk to us, and that's just honest. And we allow them to degrade us. We coddle them because the big and bad white man, he's out to get them. We carry their legacy without requiring any form of marriage or stability. We'll have their children. We continue to praise and prefer them while they declare to the world that, we're worthless and we're undesirable. And so all of this, it's causing their market value to increase, right? While it's causing ours to decrease. Because you have to think about it. All the other men in the world, they're like, well, why would I try to even date black women if I know that they're already not going to date me? They're going to be loyal to black men when black men aren't loyal to them. And so and black men know this. So this decreases our market value. And so this is why they hate Christelyn Karazin. And this is what the whole guy free outburst was about. No black man complained about the propaganda when there were black male interracial relationships promoted all these years. Think of like all the shows, even movies like Jungle Fever, you know, and think about even like that Cheerios commercial where, the baby had the black father and the white mother. Like black men, they have never been outraged about any of that. They never claimed that there was a agenda to break black families when it was black men being promoted and paraded in interracial relationships. But all of a sudden, now that black women are being promoted in interracial relationships, all of a sudden there's a black agenda. Oh, they want to destroy the black family. And all of a sudden, all black men care about now is keeping black love alive. And even when you think about that, the whole Black Love movement itself was created by by the Oprah Winfrey Network, by the show Black Love. And so, even if you think about that, that's another instance of black women basically trying to keep the community alive by uplifting black love. And so, if you go to most of the pages on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, any page that's about uplifting black people and black love, most of the time it's going to be made by a black woman. And that's just keeping it real. Even the whole I love black women kind of pages, you would think that they would be created by black men, but most of those pages, a lot of them are created by black women. The Black Lives Matter movement, that's a movement that was created by black women, but the whole purpose of the movement was to save specifically black men. And so we have the Black Love movement, which it encourages black relationships and black marriage, which was created by black women. And we have the Black Lives Matter movement, which is to save black men. And it was created by black women. Do you see how there's this huge interest from black women to keep the black community alive and to save the black community? And so that's why I say that we're the backbones. But none of that is appreciated by black men. And so when you have channels like Christelyn Karazin that comes and they tell us black women that we don't have to take it, we don't have to value black men over anything else, that starts to scare black men, because they know that if we no longer validate them, that no one else will. And so I know Christelyn Karazin, she's not an angel on YouTube, of course, but she is human. And she doesn't deserve a lot of the hatred and the flack that she get simply for telling black women that they should open up their options. And a lot of us black women, we need to be ashamed of ourselves for hating her just because she's not hyper pro-black. Because think about it, maybe being hyper pro-black didn't work out for her. I mean, there's a lot of swirlers now who used to be pro-black that they will tell you, hey, I used to be pro-black. And so we have to really look into the deeper issues. Why are so many swirlers? Why are so many black women starting to divest just in general? It's because we're starting to see that there is no payout for offering one side loyalty to the black community and to black men. And so when I think about Christelyn Karazin, I actually thank her for her presence on YouTube. And I'm grateful for all of the collaborations she's done to try to really get the message out to black women that the mammy era is gone. It's time to level up, and it's time to better our lives. She's done so many collaborations over the years, all of the time and effort she's put into her page, all of the voices she's tried to amplify, all of the black women she's tried to wake up to expand their options. And now sisters are actually starting to want to date out. And I understand that a lot of us are going to be forever loyal to black men, and there's no problem with that. So if you are pro-black, that's fine. But just as long as it's not one-sided, sis, because black women, we deserve the same love and admiration and praises and support that we give to black men. We deserve that back. And until that happens, find the best man for the job, just like Christelyn Karazin preaches. And sisters, please stop joining in on the haterade and smear campaigns against Christelyn Karazin if she has done nothing to you. I understand if it annoys you that she practices interracial dating. Like I said, a lot of us are still pro-black. But if that's the case, go and support all of the pro-black pages on YouTube that are pro-black love, pro-black women, pro-black men. There's a lot of them on YouTube. You don't have to focus on the interracial dating sisters. All right, guys, that was just my thoughts on this. You guys have a good day. The overall message of this video was a lot of the hatred that Christelyn Karazin gets is from black men, and a lot of it was unwarranted because when she first started out, she did not used to mention black men, and she did not used to try to be involved in any drama. But eventually, over time, her name kept getting brought up, that eventually she did have to start defending herself, and we cannot be mad at that. And so, with all that said, guys, you all have a blessed day. I am going to be creating some more videos soon, so be on the lookout for those. And I'm also going to be creating more reviews. And so, you guys have a great, blessed day. This is Trish again with Black Women Sisterhood. You guys, I am out. Bye-bye.